Trump indictment is pending. We don't know at this time of recording if it'll actually be done, but seems pretty sure when the New York police have been alerted to be ready and the Secret Service has been alerted to be ready. But it's a little bit broader issue involved. And so we wanted to go ahead and provide our view of the situation. We've got a situation where the DA in Manhattan has been chasing around after Trump, despite the fact that New York is experiencing a runaway crime situation where that idiot has been lowering crimes from felonies with weapons and violence to misdemeanors, in some cases not prosecuting them at all. In the meantime, we have January 6 rioters still rotting in jail or having received long prison sentences, while the Portland rioters, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden and his family are still out partying. The FBI turns a blind eye to threats on the Supreme Court justice and others while prosecuting pro-life protesters. This is Dr. David D. Shine for a special episode of Saving America. And yes, folks, America does need saving, as our justice system has turned into a two-function system, one for the buddies of the Bidens and George Soros, and one for the rest of us law-abiding citizens who need the protection of an accurate justice system. This is starting to look a lot like a Central American banana republic and not the great American experiment, which includes a tremendous history of justice for all. Justice is the bedrock of democracy. You cannot have a democracy without an effective equal justice system, and we do not have that. Let me start up with an absolutely blunt statement. I am not a Trumpster. I'm not out there to promote Donald Trump for any other office. And in fact, I hope he does not eventually run and will not become the candidate, even though I do think he's fairly spry for 76 years old. And I think he's got some moxie left, but I'd rather see him as a kingmaker than as a candidate himself. I think we've had that enough. We need to focus on the next generation of leaders and hopefully someone who is able to create a more unifying situation. Trump, unfortunately, was a divider and not a unifier, as has been the current President Biden. And he ran on the platform of being a uniter. Having a double justice system does not create a uniform situation, folks. And I think most of our audience will agree with that. But in any event, I just say that this indictment, many people are now saying it's probably time barred because it goes back to an incident that's at least 7 years ago and was at worst a personal effort and subject to a normal non-disclosure agreement. And these are things that are entered into all the time in certain situations. It's just no need for this. And it is a shame for the DA of Manhattan to be wasting time, yet another Soros-backed DA, as he attempts to finance the destruction of America from inside. This is a very sad situation. And again, while New York has a runaway crime problem, as does many other major American cities with DAs that have been backed by George Soros, this is a tough situation. My analysis is the Democrats are so scared of Donald Trump that they will do just about anything, including violating the law and the American Constitution, in order to try and gig him. Again, I do not want him to be a continuing candidate, but I also do not want any American subjected to the type of nonsense that he has been subjected to. What about the terrorists in Portland, Minneapolis, and Seattle? Why are they not rotting in jail cells? Why are they not serving long prison sentences, which included burning down a police station while people were still inside? Yeah, this wasn't just a property crime. This was attempted murder, and those people are not in prison. Why? This is just ridiculous. And why are the January 6th folks still in jail? And it's reported that there are horrible jail conditions, nothing that would be acceptable to the American public. This is not American justice. This is some whack operation that has taken over parts of our country, and it is unacceptable at any level. We need to have a justice system that acts as the infamous statue of justice, with the scales of justice and a blindfold, so that justice is administered evenly across. As I've said previously, I do not endorse letting true rioters, anyone who caused violence or property damage, free without some punishment. But at the same time, I want everyone treated the same under the American justice system, and that is not happening today. A positive development as we're recording this is that Speaker Kevin McCarthy has released videos of January 6th, which show a very, very different story than the clowns on the kangaroo court called the January 6th Committee have released to the public and have shown to various people. And I hope this will help in terms of people defending themselves from these felony charges for what clearly are either non-criminal violations or at worst misdemeanors that should be taken care of in a routine manner, as most misdemeanors are being handled today. The Soros-backed DAs across the country, people need to sort these people out. We need to identify them. We need to make sure that the citizens who obey the laws and who need the protection of the laws get these people out of office. Start recalls. Make sure that good candidates run against them in the next election. Get out there and vote for those candidates. And again, I am not here to promote any particular candidate in any particular election. I'm just saying the time has come for law-abiding American citizens to get out there and have a much better justice system. So the soft on crime approach has been falsely promoted as somehow helping minorities. This is absolutely false. Crime is rampant in predominantly minority neighborhoods. They need that police protection. They need people who are bad and who will commit crimes to know that if they commit crime, they will be arrested. They will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Let's be straight. This is Dr. David D. Shine for Saving America. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.